Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I'm making Roseanne's house, and this is Roseanne's house in the 90s. It's not the most recent one of the Connors, but I also did remake the family that's in here, and I did Becky's haircut, the short haircut, and so that's from like 1995, and so that's what this house pretty much is. And you'd be able to see from the floors and the wallpapers how old this house is. If you were not born before the 2000s, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. But I actually had a really hard time with this house because the picture that they show of the house, which I'll put somewhere in here, right here, this is the picture that they show during the house, and it kind of, because pictures that they show is not the actual house, obviously, but I had a hard time because I made the house that looked like the picture, and then there was nowhere to put Dan and Roseanne's bedroom, and so I kind of had to add on to it. And the way you see the house right now, I actually did update it, and I made it a little bit smaller. It's like I kind of like squished it together more, and so it didn't look so big. I did that off camera because I just wanted to figure it out and see what I could do with it. And then the upstairs, because you don't really see much of the upstairs during the show. You see pretty much a lot of Becky and Darlene's bedroom, and that's it. So I had a really hard time with that, and then putting the roofing in, I kind of struggled a little bit, which it seems like I struggle a lot with roofs. But in the end, I was so happy with this house, and I actually had a couple people in my family try to guess whose house it was, and they both guessed correctly, so that made me feel proud and really good. And then the backyard, because pictures that I was looking up in Google for the 90s, I wasn't really getting much from it, which was kind of weird. And then a lot of pictures that were coming up were from the Connors, which plays on TV right now, it's not really a remake of the show, it's just like they just wanted to. They're playing the same thing. I don't even know what you would call it, I guess. But yeah, I couldn't really find any pictures for the rooms. I mean, a lot of things that I found pictures for was for where they were in the living room or in Dan and Roseanne's bedroom, because they were in those two places a lot. In the downstairs bathroom. With DJ's bedroom too, I only remember one episode where Darlene went into DJ's room and she grabbed the squirt gun and was just like, "Okay, rat boy," or something like that, where she walked into the bathroom. And I actually didn't know if DJ shared a bathroom with Becky and Darlene, so I kind of just connected them because I just remember from an episode where either Becky or Darlene was complaining about DJ being in the bathroom for too long, and he wasn't in the downstairs bathroom, so I ended up adding 2 doors for the bathroom, and I don't remember how their bathroom looked, and I couldn't find it on Google, so I just kind of guessed and just did whatever I could. And right here I put the picnic table and the guitar because there's a barbecue episode where Dan's playing guitar and they're singing together, so I thought that was something that I needed to add in here. But here's the garage, and yes, there's a refrigerator in the garage. I would like to have a refrigerator in my garage if I had a garage. And when I get a house, I'm going to have a refrigerator in there. But I'm actually, I'm sorry for saying ugh. But, so yeah, I kind of just had to guess how the garage was because I know I had to try to get it leveled up with the door that comes out from the back from the kitchen to the laundry room to outside. And I didn't really know how their setup was for that. Excuse me. I had something on my tongue. That was disgusting. But, yeah, and there is a basketball hoop in the back because I remember Dan and Roseanne playing basketball in an episode. So I ended up adding that, plus I had to fill in that space. I didn't really know what else to add in the backyard because I don't really know what they have back there. I know that their driveway isn't even that long either that they show. They always just show a little thing. So I did end up putting the driveway from the garage to the road just because it made sense like that. If there was an alley, which I could have done this in Del Sol Valley because there is an alley for a couple of lots, but I kind of wanted it more realistic. I think I have this in. Oh man, why can't I remember the name of the town? This is bad. Brindleton Bay. I hope that's it. And I just wanted to make it more like the show because it snows and they're in Lanford, Illinois. And I do have seasons, so it snows, and it doesn't snow in Del Sol Valley, so I didn't even actually think of Del Sol Valley before I started talking here, so yeah. So here's the living room, and as you can see, it looks exactly like the living room, and I do end up changing that brown chair because they have a blue chair, and I ended up unlocking the items that are locked just to get a couple of the chairs because I wanted one chair for Dan and Roseanne's bedroom, and then I wanted to add the blue chair to the living room just to make it a little more realistic. And then they do have pink curtains in their living room. So I mean, this color pink, I don't like it, but I put it in there because it was the only ones that I could find that were fully pink and that would fit on those windows. So yeah. And then the kitchen, every time I see this kitchen I think of their kitchen, and they show a lot of episodes in the kitchen and in the laundry room. So, but the thing is, I did see these shelves that I just put in there. I did end up pushing back the wall while I was working on the laundry room, and just to put the shelves in there because that's how they were in the actual show. But then the thing is that the door, it was like a little sliver like this that you'd have to squeeze through, and they didn't have that on the show. Like, you just open up the door and it didn't have just a little squeeze through. But you gotta do what you gotta do to make it work. And I did switch the countertops because I was like, these are too nice to go into Roseanne's house. Because their house, I mean, having an old house is, you gotta have different things in there. And their house didn't have nice things in it besides, like, after they won the lottery, then they updated everything. And that's when I didn't really like the show, because I liked having the old things in here. Like, when I get a house, I would like to have 50s things in there because I like the older style. And every single time I watch Roseanne, I always want to make a house that has older furniture and old floors, because in the kitchen you can see that they kind of have scuffs on them, which I like to kind of start my Sims off when I'm playing Sims into an older house and just have to work my way up to fix it. But I did, after building this house, I did think that I put two nice floors in the laundry room. But when I looked up pictures, the flooring looks really nice in there. You don't see much of the flooring when you're watching the show. But yeah, I actually wanted to do different colored chairs in there because, like, being in an older house, like Friends, I mean, their apartment wasn't that old, but I like the different colored chair idea. It just, I don't know why I like that so much, but yeah, I do. And added the refrigerator in there because I did forget it, and then when I was watching it back, I was like, wait, I forgot to put the refrigerator in there. And here's the hallway. Gotta add a few items. I don't like bare walls, and it did look like from the pictures that there is pictures in the hallway, so I added some. Here is Dan and Roseanne's bedroom. It just brings back memories, even though it's not exactly like their room, but you know it's their room. And I had no idea that closet was there, but I was like, this is perfect because I had that empty spot underneath the stairs, and so I just ended up adding a clothes thing that hung on the wall, and then the bins from Seasons for all the holiday items. And yeah, adding the dresser, and then there I switched out the chair, and then they do have a chair in this corner because I remember one of the episodes when Dan, I think he was sneaking back in to the bedroom, or he was sneaking out, but I remember he tripped on the chair and hurt his toe, so that's how I remember that the chair was there. And the bathroom is pink, and it just reminds me of back in the day when I was younger and pink things were just a thing for some reason. And I'm wearing my pink robe. Oh. But I was so happy that that we have this bathtub and shower, because they have a green tub and then a pink flamingo shower curtain, and I was like, this is perfect. And they do have pink toilet, but I couldn't find a pink toilet with pink, or a toilet with pink on it, so I just put a pink rug underneath it, which superb. But just adding a few items into the little hallway that goes into Dan and Roseanne's bedroom. And then there's a closet at the bottom of the stairs, which I never really realized. I always thought that the stairs was like close to the window. But here is the upstairs. I actually had fun making Becky and Darlene's bedroom. It made me want to watch the show. And I actually did try watching a couple, well, maybe just like one on Vudu. I just don't like watching the ads. I do have some Roseanne DVDs of a few of her seasons, but I didn't really want to go through the DVDs just to wait for them to show certain rooms. And I mean, I like to have noise on in the background when I'm making my Sims houses, but I also like to watch other Sims YouTubers build houses while I build houses. It motivates me more, and I don't know, I just like to see what their ideas are, even though I don't really pay attention when I'm watching. I mean, I can still kind of listen, and then I'll look once in a while just to see what they're talking about or what they have. But yeah, I made their bedroom a little messy because, I mean, they don't really seem like the cleanest people. But, anyways, yeah. Here's DJ's room. Like I was saying at the beginning of this video, I don't really know what his room looks like. I just remember one episode where Darlene went into his room, and I still don't remember noticing what his room looked like. I'm sure they have more episodes of where they go in there. I just don't remember them right now. And she grabbed a squirt gun, and so that was all that I remember. And then she walked into the bathroom where Jackie was, and then she ended up leaving, and then that was it. So they didn't even talk in there or anything. Jackie just told her to get out, and she got out. So that was all for that. All for that. Is that the correct saying? But I made a closet for his room just like I did for Becky and Darlene's room. And then here is the bathroom that I just ended up winging it. I just did whatever I could, and I added the same kind of bathtub that I had for Dan and Roseanne's bathroom. Wait, did I say bath? I added the same bathroom. I don't know if I said that, but I added the same bathtub, just a different color. And yeah, so that is all. And then at the end of this video, I just add a few more items, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this build. I do have this house on the Sims gallery. You could find me under Skye Porcelain, and I hope you like it. I like it. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.